Badhar, the Naxal story, is a documentary film that delves into the complex socio-political landscape of Badhar, a region in the central Indian state of Chhattisgarh, and explores the origins, evolution, and consequences of the Naxalite insurgency that has been prevalent in the area for decades. The Naxalite movement originated in the late 1960s as an armed struggle by marginalized tribal and peasant communities against perceived social injustices, economic exploitation, and state oppression. The movement drew inspiration from Maoist ideology and aimed to overthrow the Indian state through revolutionary means. The name Naxal is derived from the village of Naxalbari in the state of West Bengal, where the movement had its roots. The documentary provides historical context to the Naxalite insurgency, tracing its roots to the exploitation of tribal communities, land alienation, and lack of access to basic amenities such as healthcare and education. It explores how these grievances fueled resentment and led to the emergence of armed resistance groups, primarily operating in remote and forested regions like Badhar. Badhar, the Naxal story examines the tactics employed by both the Naxalite insurgents and the state security forces in their conflict, which has resulted in a protracted and often brutal struggle marked by violence, human rights abuses, and displacement of civilians. The film sheds light on the cycle of violence, counterinsurgency operations, and state repression that have characterized the region for decades. Furthermore, the documentary explores the impact of the Naxalite insurgency on the lives of ordinary people living in Badhar, including the challenges they face in accessing basic services, the fear and intimidation tactics employed by both sides, and the displacement and loss suffered by communities caught in the crossfire. Through interviews with activists, scholars, government officials, and local residents, Badhar, the Naxal story, offers a nuanced understanding of the complexities underlying the conflict and raises important questions about the underlying socio-economic factors driving the insurgency, the efficacy of state responses, and the prospects for peace and reconciliation in the region. Overall, Badhar, the Naxal story, serves as a compelling and thought-provoking exploration of one of India's most enduring and contentious internal conflicts, shedding light on the human cost of violence and the challenges of building a more just and equitable society in regions plagued by insurgency and instability.